safe bet. And really, when you're playing a team like Cloud9, there is no right way to ban maps out around them. I mean, if you banned Cash, they're just going to pick Dust 2, or if you ban Dust 2, they're going to pick Cash or Inferno, or there's so many maps that they're going to just be so dominant on that there is no right way to do picks and bans against them. But I think they've done pretty well with what they have, and if there's going to be an upset, it's going to be on these maps, I think.
Alright guys, this is going to be round number 1 going live now. You have NetcodeGuides versus Cloud9. NetcodeGuides is starting CT side first. Cloud9 is going to be terrorist, and what we're going to see here is it's possibly looking like it's going to be an A split, looking like they're probably going to have 2 work their way out mid. Going toward, oh, only 1. Actually, that's going to be Sean Garris over there at B trying to push that. Samphis up top on the boost spot trying to fight. Also, his teammate Nothing is right there with him. 2 players are stacked up, though, at the squeaky door in the A bomb site. They're already executing their way out, but there's 2 CTs there to defend from Netcode. That's going to be Cutler and Hayes to get those kills. Now they're continuing to fight. JDM is going to get in a gunfight out in the middle with Sean Garris, but pushing out is going to be Hiko. He gets taken down. JDM also with a kill. That's a 3K for Hazed, and round number 1 goes to your counter-terrorist team of NetcodeGuides.
Man, really great hold right there by Hazed and Collar. Single-handedly, well, I guess not single-handedly if they're a team, but as a duo, shutting down the A bomb site and really rendering that strat completely ineffective from Cloud9. Once Sean Garris got that opening pick on the guy that was pushing a little farther than he should have been, overextending a bit on B, I thought that was just going to be just the opening that Cloud9 needed. I thought they were just going to keep doing that, working wherever they needed to work. And even once they started getting that split on A going, I was like, all right, that's it. They're just going to get in there, overpower the CTs that are there, and that'll be that. But no, the good shooting from Hazed in tandem with the support from Cutler absolutely shut them down. So a quick 1-0 for the CTs in NetcodeGuides.
That is exactly where you want to start right now if you're NetcodeGuides. Get that early round win, work your way into having the advantage going in this round. All you got to do is just anti-eco here. Don't get aggressive. Don't force the issue. Make the terrorists really work for it here. We got some CZs on the board and 2 Deagles, so you got to make them try and get in there and do what they can. And JDM is doing just that. He's getting a little aggressive, though. Gets taken down from the Deagle of Shroud. But on the cleanup crew is going to be Tarek and who was that over there? FNS also getting it. So Shroud by himself now. Let's stick with him for a minute as he's trying to 1 versus 3. Hazed with a shotgun, FNS with a silenced M4, and then Cutler on the other side of things with that FAMAS. Shroud does not have the bomb. It's down outside B. There's only 2 CTs near him currently. 1 is on the bomb right now. That is going to be FNS over there, and 1 is in CT spawn. That's Hazed. Cutler all the way over at the A bomb site, rotating through the garage door at A now, and actually Shroud has a good chance to grab this bomb if he can get FNS, and he does with the 1 Deag right there. Is able to take him down, but on the rotate into heaven is going to be Hazed. He does have a shotgun still. Let's see if Shroud can make something happen. No time left. He has no time to do this. He's got to get that bomb down, and he should get the bomb money. Yes, gets the bomb money. Turn to his right. Can't do it. Hazed with the Nova to the face. It takes him down, so that's going to be a 3K for Shroud and a 2K for JDM. And you have to think that was a success for Cloud9. Didn't win the round, but they got a bomb plant, so incoming buy?
I'm not sure because they spent so much money in that round, armor and CZs, that they looks like they are actually still going to be forcing up, even though they really can't afford it. They did have to spend the extra money for those CZs and the Deagles that round instead of just going for the cheaper P250 alternatives. 3 CZs on the board for Cloud9 and 2 AKs. Kind of gutsy. I think there's a really high potential for them to get shut down this round, and for NetcodeGuides to just use this as a way to tee off and keep putting on rounds. But here we go. The A-take is on, and Semphis opens it up with a CZ pick.
Semphis will get the first frag of the round. This is 3 right now, as we're going to see Cloud9 kind of on a half force buy here. They're just going for it. Bomb has been dropped outside of B. The fake did not work well enough. NetcodeGuides smart to leave 1 player still at B to get that flank kill, and that was going to be JDM over there who makes it happen. Tarek with a 2K for his team, and Cloud9 has not won a round yet. It's going to be NetcodeGuides up 3-0, and a save incoming for Cloud9.
Yeah, they're now forcing themselves on a complete save, which I think is smart, or not really a complete save. They are going to be buying up some level 2 pistols, and even Sean Garris buying an ump, which is a little ridiculous, but not too ridiculous considering he does have 2,400 in the bank, and they are starting to accrue bonus money. But I'm not really sure how I feel about that really ballsy buy, when I think it was just a little unnecessary. They could have had full gear right now instead of doing two weird broken buys. And now NetcodeGuides is able to hold on to a few rifles. They held on to their AWP. They're starting to accrue some money in their economy, and they're starting to put rounds together. So they are off to a great start.
Oh, and they're just going to work their way out through their A garage door. That's going to be Cutler and Hazed all over the top of them, though. Hiko still trying to fight Sean Garris with that UMP, fighting all that he can. Hiko is still there. Sean Garris out of it. Hiko, last one left. He gets taken down. That is going to be a 3K for Cutler, and it's going to be 4-0 now for NetcodeGuides.
A really strong start. The NetcodeGuide players have shown that they have a really rock-solid A-hold thus far, even when Cloud9 has the smokes and flashes they need to get out of the garage door. So if I were them now with guns in their hand, I'd be looking to go towards the B-bomb site or maybe work some picks before fully committing to A. It seemed like the A take is kind of on lock right now, and until they figure out a way to crack it with either picks or maybe just bashing their heads against the A bomb site until they get in, I think they're gonna have a tough time.
So this will be round at number 5 that we're in the middle of already. A little bit of damage on Tarek. He's still trying to fight. Ooh, that was kind of dirty right there. Sean Garris could have got wrecked extremely hard. Those bullets just whizzed directly past his face. I thought he actually got hit, but he did not get hit through the door. JDM already pushed into the checker halls, trying to do what he can. And Sean Garris is just spamming through the door, hoping to get lucky and catch somebody's face, but it doesn't pay off for him. He actually takes more damage, and now he's out of it. That's going to be Hazed who takes him down. FNS in the mid for Netcode, doing all that he can. 3 kills on the board for NetcodeGuides. We got Semphis out of the way, nothing, and Sean Garris already down. Shroud, Hiko left alive. This is going to be a 2 versus 5 here, and if they can't get an early pick right off the bat without risking too much, these guys need to just save these rifles. Hiko goes for the hero anyways. FNS is able to take him down, so Shroud, last one left alive. This is 1 versus 5 here. He does have the bomb. Not enough time on the board, though, to do anything. And it looks like he's going to go for it anyways, apparently. He's just going to go up through A. He's getting flanked from mid very hard. He beat the A player, though. He is free and open to get into A if he can and get that bomb planted. Closest player is going to be working up the catwalk right now. That's going to be Hazed. He got across. So Hazed pushing on him. He fakes the sound, steps out, takes Hazed down. But the hero nade from JDM touchdowns and gets the frag there. That's a 2K for FNS and 5-0 for NetcodeGuides.
Man, talk about an ideal start for them. Now forcing Cloud9 to spend all of their money on this round, essentially zeroing out their economy to buy up. It feels weird. I mean, Shroud has been playing really well individually. Every time we see him alone as the LMS, he's somehow able to put together a multi-frag round and make a play out of it, even though the odds were completely stacked against him. It seems like, aside from those frags, the Cloud9 players are really just getting beat on the opening pick engagements. They haven't been really shooting well as compared to the NetcodeGuides players thus far. So I'm not sure if they're slowly just heating up or if NetcodeGuides is already at that heat. Man, Sean Garris gets spammed again through the door.
That was Cutler making the very nice play right there. So already 2 players from Cloud9 are down. They're trying to even it out, though. It's going to be a 3 versus 4 now as Semphis is working up into the site, gets taken down at catwalk. Cutler shooting well, and NetcodeGuides doing everything they can to make me eat my words here. Hiko is the last one left. He gets taken down. That is going to be a 3K for Cutler. Other kills between Hazed and I believe that was Tarek. Yes, Tarek got the other kill. And only 2 kills on Terra's side of the board that round. And what we're seeing here is baffling. If you look over there at nothing with zero frags. Right, that is very un-nothing-like. And there still is a possibility that once he gets going, it'll be hard to shut him down. But if NetcodeGuides keeps playing like this, there won't be really anything to get going. And smartly this round, Cloud9 is only going to be sending Hiko towards the A bomb site to make some noise, maybe sell a fake a little bit. But Tarek's right there with the grouped up Tareks. Let's see how many you can take down here. Maybe a bunch. No, only one. That lineup. That was almost a 3K right there if he got the shot off early enough, but he did not. He only got 1 before he got traded out quickly. Up top, though, that's going to be JDM who goes down to Shroud, and now we have FNS trying to work from the checker room. He takes down Shroud. He's got 1 to beat up close. He's going to get pushed right here down to 22 HP. Nothing is finally on the scoreboard, getting a kill of his own, and now we have Hiko squaring off in middle here. This is going to be 2 versus 3. He wins his battle. That's Hazed who goes down to him. Cutler on the flank through the vent, so now he knows where 1 is. The other one should be somewhere in the sight, and he sees him with the side of his head. Sean Garris capitalizes on that. 6-1 in favor of NetcodeGuides, but Cloud9 is finally on the board on Terra's side.
Yeah, I'm very glad that they opted to not go A that round. It felt like that, well, not that B was a weak site for NetcodeGuides, just that A is absolutely where their bread is butter. They've had the lockdown holds at A pretty much every time that Cloud9 went that way. And actually, interestingly enough, they're still interested in going that way. I guess now that they've shown that they are aware that the B site is takeable, they are going to try to play a little some mind games, a little bit of mind game action coming out here. But let's see what Cutler has to say about it. Yeah, right.
It's a good choice right now.
It's a good idea. Who's number 4? That is JDM rotating with the op to help his teammate.
Oh, he's going to get up quickly. JDM has already pushed his way there, but they've done enough to hold the terrorists back from pushing in, so now 3 CTs have rotated, making this a good hold for A, and it looks like it's going to pay off. Bomb was the first one out. He goes down. More players trying to get out. FNS capitalizes, but that is Sean Garrison. Shroud answering. Still there is FNS, though. Can he get the kill on the forklift player? That is Hiko. That is going to be a 3 versus 3. No, 3 versus 2 now, excuse me. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Hazed and Tarek versus Shroud and Sean Garrison. They just now finally pick up the bomb. One player is going to be in the catwalk. One is going to be in the squeaky room. Let's see if they're able to do this 2-man retake right here. Sean Garrison is not looking in that direction. His teammate was, but he wasn't quick enough. That's Shroud. Sean Garrison is sitting there with the op. Tries to shoulder peek out. Tarek takes him down. 2K for Tarek. 2K for FNS. On the other side, Shroud gets 2 of his own. Scores 7-1. NetcodeGuides.
Really patient play by Tarek there to help NetcodeGuides lock up that round with a pretty slick flank. Able to take down Shroud first, which was a really important piece of that retake. Shroud has been absolutely playing out of his mind thus far, even though it's kind of hard to see or kind of hard to see the results of what he's been doing, but he's been fragging exceptionally well, and it looks like Cloud9 once again interested in B. Here comes the take.
It's going to just be a full out into B. They get 1 frag early on. They have P250s in their hands. That is going to be FNS who goes down trying to hold that B site. On the fast rotate, though, as already 3 CTs have worked their way up into CT spawn over in the creeper area. 2 are, oh, that headshot. That hurt Semphis very bad there. Shroud trying to work the deagle on the Vents players from Checkered Room. He is in spam territory, though. I'm surprised nobody in CT went for that. So it's going to be 4 versus 5 here. 4 versus 4 now as Cutler evens it out a little bit. Shroud is getting pushed. He gets a nice headshot, though, and gets a second one. Apparently, all that Cloud9 needs is pistols because it works.
Yeah, which is just absolutely bizarre, and once again, it goes hand in hand with Shroud losing his mind, picking up 2 crazy 1-digs. Second one, you know, mildly crazy. The first one, though, that was the money. Hit the shot on a guy who was running right out the door. To be honest, that might have even been a little bit of interp. It was so close that it was really even hard to tell that he hit him on my screen, but a great shot, and once again, Cloud9 finding success at B, and now still motioning towards A. I don't know. I would be a little more interested in putting the pressure on B. Even if NetcodeGuides knows you're going to do it, I think Cloud9 has the individual muscle to force their way in anyway, as JDM actually took down Semphis immediately spamming the mid boost box.
So if you're in this right now later, at what point do you just say, we need to stop with A, we need to work mid, we need to work B, we need to make this happen? Wouldn't you? Is it now? Do you start doing it now?
I think after the win last round, I definitely would. I mean, I understand the first time they set the precedent, they went B, they won the round. Now let's go back and prod A, see if we can find a way in. And once they couldn't, and they were able to go back B and just win a round again, I find it hard to believe that they'd be disinterested in continuing to go to B. But here comes the rotate, I think, from the CTs knowing that Cloud9 are gearing up for a B take.
And it looks like it's going to happen, but there's only 2 players over there right now. One is still in A. He's going to work his way towards the truck. That is going to be Cutler. So we have 1 CT up in heaven, 1 CT in the site. FNS goes down to Shroud, and now Hayes' last defense at B. The terrorists have worked their way in, and hopefully that is a pause. Nope, that was lag on my end. All right, we're good. But they get the bomb down. Nothing is able to take down Hayes, and he's finally getting himself back onto the board here. So it's going to be 4 versus 2. JDM and Cutler versus Shroud, Hiko, and Nothing, and Sean Garrison. They're both just going to save their rifles, live to fight another day. Score will be 7-3 at the end of the round.
Once again, the B site seems to be the ticket for Cloud9, and they're just able to muscle their way in, even when they do have the 2 players in the site. And actually, I mean, they were able to get that opening pick on the guy that was in the B site. The rotate even came in, so they beat a bunch of players in there with just their individual play, and Shroud getting in there with the AK, doing what Shroud does. I mean, Shroud is tied for top fragging the entire game with Color with 11 frags, so it's not like he's not pulling his weight. It's really up to the other Cloud9 players to follow his lead and step up their play a little bit if they want to start taking the A bomb site. That is, I mean, that hold is just really strong from NetcodeGuides. So if they're not hitting their individual shots just like Shroud is, then they won't be able to get in that site, and that effectively cuts off half the map.
Noticeably good news as we move into round 11 here for your terrorist team of Cloud9. 3 players from your counter-terrorist team of NetcodeGuides didn't have enough money to buy here, so only rifles on the board for CTs were the saved rifles from JDM and Cutler. So those rifles are the only.
A though.
Oh,
I'm not
they're
sure
going.
if Hiko knows about it. Hiko's about to catch them both though.
Ooh, gets one, tries to go for the second. He's down to 1 HP though. He will still fight. No, he's going to run away. Play it smart. The rifle has not been dropped yet though, so 2 are still up, but Semphis hits a beautiful shot, crossing through the doorway at B, shooting over towards the generator, takes that kill down. That is going to be FNS out of the way also, so Hayes FNS down. At this point, they should know there's a lot of pistols on the board, but there is an M4 in the back of the site there. JDM gets 2 before he goes down with the rifles down. Only Cutler is left alive with his rifle. It's going to be 1 versus 3. Hiko down to 1 HP. Shroud is down to 73 and nothing at full health here. At this point, if you're NetcodeGuides, it's going to be 7-4 if you can't clutch this, and he's not going for it. Cutler is just going to try and drop some rifles out of the hands of Cloud9 players. Save this for the next round because his team will be back onto a bye, and that's going to be a little bit less money that they have to spend next round if he can hold on to this M4.
Definitely. And now that Cloud9 is starting to string together rounds, they're making it seem like this half is really possible. I mean, when they're playing like this, they're really hard to stop. And when I mean this, I guess I mean just going towards the B bomb site, because they just win every time they've gone there. They've gone to the B bomb site 4 times, and they've won 4 rounds at the B bomb site. If I were them, I would either be completely disinterested in A, although it seems like NetcodeGuides is kind of keying into that and starting to push it a little bit, or so you just go straight B and ignore those players and just try to muscle your way in and beat them and force them to take a long rotate. Or, you know, send most of your team that way, leave a guy probing an A to catch the pushing CTs, and then just keep putting pressure on B. I mean, that's where they're finding success. But this round, no, it looks like they are going to be moving the bomb towards A, so they are looking to crack the shell that is the A bomb site. But no, Hayes is not going to allow it. Oh, he actually goes down.
So that was actually the first opening pick that Cloud9 has had at the A bomb site. They take Hayes down. He got a little aggressive there instead of playing back, expecting to probably see Cloud9 try and work B, but it didn't pay off for him. He actually got pushed by 3, I believe. Did a lot of damage to 2 of them. Nothing down to 12 HT. Sean Guerra is down to 51, and the T's are still stacked up there. They're hoping that they can get at least 1 more of the CTs to rotate out of the bomb site. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, though. Cutler is going to stick here with his teammate Tarek, and here come the terrorists. They're going to try and work their way out right now. There's going to be 3 working through the A main, and then one's going to be working the squeaky. The other player is on the hard flank back in T-spawn. Sean Garrett's first one out. He goes down to Tarek. Tarek gets a second one. Can't get the third. Shroud is able to kill him, and now Semphis trying to work into the site. Gets FNS out of his way. Now JDM by himself, 1v3. He's going to look up catwalk from the connector. Can't see anything. He is smoked out. He just sees one jump over towards the quad, so he's going to look in that direction, but he should be getting peeked from the Catwalk. No, he's not going to jump up on top. It sees him through the smoke, it takes the op shot, misses. Now he's going to run away, but he is getting hunted right now. Who is that on the hunt? That's going to be Hiko. Of course it's Hiko trying to hunt. He's just going for it full tilt right now. But at the end of this round, it's going to be 7-5, still in favor of NetcodeGuides.com.
It seems like they might have heard each other. Yeah, Hiko definitely has an inkling on where JDM is, especially now they shot the op. JDM repeaking with the op is not going to be able to take him down. Gets sprayed down by Hiko. So, yeah, well, I mean, we knew Cloud9 was going to be picking up that round anyway because the bomb was just about to blow up, but it's unfortunate that NetcodeGuides is not going to be able to hold on to that op, and once again, they're going to be forced onto a save. Cloud9 finally winning a round at A, and now stringing together what is 4 rounds in a row, so good on them. And it all started with that opening pick on the player who pushed in A. I think it was Hazed, right?
Yes, Hazed was the one pushed into the A main.
Yeah, because they set a precedent of going to B, and and NetcodeGuides knowing that they are going to be putting pressure on B where they had multiple success, were able to find that easy opening pick on an overextending CT And from there, they had the man advantage and just worked it the entire time. Great play by Cloud9. If they're getting opening pick today, then they should be able to take it every time.
Man, they're shooting so extremely well. They're trying to take B right now. Nobody has really entered the site yet. Actually, one terrorist has worked his way in. That's going to be Semphis. He's going to move up towards the gen set, get a frag, push through the smoke into CT. Now he's in the creeper. Can he take Cutler down? Yes, he does. So now Hazed by himself. This is going to be 1 versus 5 with only a P250 here, and that is pretty deadly. That's going to be rough. If he can get a gun here, he would be happy. Not able to get the gun, and NetcodeGuides is only up now by 1 round. It's 7-6. Cloud9 is looking like they have the ability to win this half still, 8-7.
Yeah, they have guns in their hands, and they have tons of money in their bank. They've been winning rounds without losing a lot of players. But it was a weird, uncharacteristically slow start for them. But now that they're going, this is when Cloud9 becomes really hard to stop. This is where their momentum and even just team morale and emotion as a team really starts to come together. And here we go, JDM peeking and catching Sean Gares.
That is going to be an opening frag here for NetcodeGuides. It's been quite a few rounds since they actually had an opening frag. It's been going all in the way of Cloud9, and they're stacking up like they're going to try and work their way into mid. One player is in the A main. No, they're probably going to send him catwalk. Oh, but pushing through mid is going to be Hazed, who makes it happen. Cutler also takes down the player boosted up top. That's Semphis out of the way. Now it's going to be the bomb, Hiko, and nothing left alive. It's going to be 2 versus 5. Tarek's down to 54 HP. Dangerous battle incoming here. Both players are together outside of B, in the B halls, more towards mid. Now working back towards B, seeing if they can get some luck out here, but waiting for them. Behind that box is going to be Tarek. He's going to peek out. Nothing is going to crab walk in front of him. Can't make it happen. Hiko's there, tries to fight. Tarek cleans up both of those kills. 2K for Tarek. Not a single frag for Cloud9. And NetcodeGuides has officially won the half.
Yeah, that must feel really, really good for them. And although they are, at this point, kind of narrowly squeaking out that the half win, especially considering they won essentially the first, 6, 7 rounds in a row almost. So, I mean, I'm sure it kind of hurts that they had to drop all those rounds in the middle, but securing the half and winning that and over a big team like Cloud9 must just be such a sigh of relief. They must be feeling so much better knowing that they are once again right back on track. And here we go, the B take is on for Cloud9, and so far they're doing a good job clearing the first 2 picks.
On the flank right there, or I should say the lurk, actually, that was Hiko picking up one of his own, so now it's going to be 4 versus 2. Last round at the half. This could possibly be an 8-7 or a 9-6 here. NetcodeGuides definitely wants the 9-6. Cloud9 wants the 8-7 very, very badly here to make it a little easier on themselves. Moving forward, let's see what Cloud9 can do here. If they're able to defend this, so far nothing has done very good. JDM, last player left alive. He's got an op in his hands. Can he get the first shot? Gets the first one. Now they know exactly where he is, though. Shroud's trying to gunfight. He's going to step out, get one. Nade eventually gets the touchdown on him. 2K for JDM, 2K for nothing, and Hiko with 2 of his own. That will be half. 8-7 NetcodeGuides.
I consider that to be a good half for both teams. I would consider that satisfactory for both teams, especially. Well, I mean, I guess NetcodeGuides, you have to consider the fact that they won so many rounds in a row right off the bat, and then they dropped so many in a row right after that, that it was a little disappointing that they only came up with 8. But the fact that they were able to take Cloud9's map pick and in the first half win the half, it must feel pretty good, and they must feel pretty confident in themselves knowing that they were able to do that. Now that Cloud9 is actually on CT's side, though, I'm not sure if NetcodeGuides is going to be able to find the same success that they were able to on their CT side. I think Cloud9 is starting to warm up a little bit after their, as I said, uncharacteristically slow start, and I think their CT side is going to be really on point. If I were NetcodeGuides, I would try to find out where Shroud is playing and then go the opposite direction. Head for the hills. Don't try to peek him. He's been absolutely on fire, and I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Yeah, definitely. These guys have been shooting well so far. Let's take a peek at the scoreboard while we're waiting for these guys to go live. 15-9 and 12-13. It's been Shroud and Semphis doing it for their team right now. On the other side of things, though, relatively even here. Tarek with 12. We have Cutler with 12. Also, JDM with 13. FNS and Hayes not far behind with 8 and 8. So they're pretty well even here, but Shroud and Semphis definitely stepped it up big time. Sean Gares on the bottom of the scoreboard. A little, a
He
little.
actually started off strong, but yeah, it
Yes.
looks like three. I don't know. I feel like the entire game it didn't feel like he was underperforming, but when you look at his score, it is pretty apparent. There were a few rounds where he got spammed out before he really even had a real shot at making a difference in a round, very specifically through the squeaky door in the A site. You know, I play a lot of cash. It's pretty much the new Dust 2 on all the pug services, and I don't really spam that door so often, but it seems like the pros are really into it. We saw Swag on iBuyPower spamming through the door a lot on both T side and CT side of their game that we casted. I don't even, was that Monday? I don't know. Days are meaningless
Yes.
at that point. But it seems like the pros are really interested in spamming that door, and they have found a lot of success with it. It's something that I'm going to start incorporating to my game a little bit. It just costs a few bullets. You get some free damage in, and if you get lucky, maybe you get a headshot, or maybe you catch someone who's already low on HP. And you just take a player out of the round. It seems like a really easy spam to learn, and it seems very effective. So, good on the pros for finding what works and being pros about it and exploiting it.
All right, so it looks like we're going to unpause now. We're about to go live. And real quick, guys, while this first round of second half is about to start, let's get some sub predictions. Who's bringing this home? As close of a half as you possibly could. NetcodeGuides early on, bringing it away. And then Cloud9 catching up, making a game out of it, 8-7. So who's going to bring it home and what's the score? Let's get some sub predictions going on right now. But this will be first round of second half. All pistols here. And Cloud9 getting aggressive in A right now, trying to work the halls. JDM once again opening up the round. That's going to be Semphis who goes down to him. Sean Garris with a touchdown nade to get Hayes out of the way. So it's going to be 4-on-4 here. That nade in the back, that should be able to get a kill right there. Yes, it does. That's Tarek who claims that nade. Cutler's going to push in good position here. Can he take down Shroud? Brings him down to 9 HP. Can't get it though. FNS on the cleanup. Tarek very low. 3 versus 1 now. Sean Garris, last player left for the CTs. He gets taken down. And NetcodeGuides takes another pistol. Tarek with a 2K. FNS with a 2K of his own. Scores 9-7.
I mean, I just looking at that play, I'm not exactly sure why Semphis felt the need to re-peek the A main after he saw 3 terrorists in there. He peeked with his teammate, saw that there were 3, got a few shots off. I think got shot, maybe once or twice. His teammate started to fall back. He started to fall back, and then he went for it again, and unfortunately got taken out. And it seemed like a high risk, relatively low reward play for him. At the very best, he was going to maybe go 1-for-1 because there were so many terrorists there ready for the trade. And I think it was just a little unnecessarily greedy. And once they lost the man advantage right off the top, NetcodeGuides just continued to push their way through and use their smokes really effectively to zone off the rotating CTs. So another great pistol round by NetcodeGuides, and they're 2 for 2 so far.
And we're going to see a scout in the hands of Sean Garris. Doesn't matter, though, because that's Tarek opening up on nothing. So Sean Garris still trying to work that scout if he's able to. Let's see where we actually have him placed. Is he in mid right now? Yes, he is. He's on mid near the catwalk. Trying to see if he can get that scout. Maybe going for that jump. That's going to be Cutler who opens the squeaky door first. Trying to make that spam. Sean Garris is going to step up. Almost got his head removed right there. Oh, up top in the boost. Semphis. Or excuse me, that's going to be Shroud up there who works it very well. Gets a 2K. Sean Garris answers, and Cloud9 is able to win the eco round. 2K for Semphis. 2K for Shroud. On the other side of things, I do believe, was it Tarek who got 2 or was it FNS?
I lost track. One of them did. Either way, the star of that round was Shroud in the unconventional boost spot, catching the terrorists off guard. Waited and played that perfectly. Didn't over peak when he didn't need to. He stayed hidden for as long as he could, and really timed it perfectly to pick up multiple kills. Even when the terrorists knew where he was and were spamming right at him, he was able to keep his composure and keep shooting the 5-7 so well. So another great play by Shroud, and he's Shroud.
Yes. Oh, goodness. That is going to be Hiko and a nothing. Doing what they could there. Hiko gets 2 before he goes down. Cleanup spread between the rest of the team. And Cloud9 has officially evened things out 100%, 9-9 as we pull up the scoreboard.
Yeah, stealing away that eco was really, really, really important. And then following it up, not getting ecoed, equally as important. NetcodeGuides had about $3,000 on the round, and interestingly enough, when we saw Cloud9 in this similar situation on their T side, they actually opted to buy, whereas NetcodeGuides now opting to only upgrade their pistols. They're playing a little more conservatively than Cloud9 is, and Let's see if it pays off.
That's going to be Semphis out there using that nade, plus the nade from Sean Garris. Hiko also gets some damage off with an AK. Pushing hard, though, is going to be Semphis on the flank. He's in position to get both of those kills, and he does. That's a 3K for Semphis. Hiko and nothing got kills. Only Terrorist to grab one for NetcodeGuides. It was Tarek. Score is 10-9, and Cloud9 officially has their first lead of the series.
Yeah, of the game. Wow, that's pretty weird. That is very un-Cloud9 like, but either way, better now than never, as they're absolutely putting it together. This round, though, NetcodeGuides is going to be guns up across the board, so they are going to be able to put the pressure on Cloud9. I liked what NetcodeGuides had with their A take. It was really just the weird boost from Shroud. That was their undoing. Man, nothing. Just decapitating JDM. That's a huge way to start a round.
Oh, man, on the strafe shot, they already pushed Semphis up there. He fell off a little too early, takes a ton of damage from Cutler, but ultimately kills himself from the fall damage. So it's going to be 4 versus 4 now. Nobody's up player-wise, and Cloud9 going for it again. They're going for it again, trying to get that boost over. Doesn't pay off for anybody because they were both trying to boost, shut each other down right there. And now we're going to just drop into 2-on-2 coverage here. Your team just super hard. Semphis. Saw you on death cam. As he fell over the top box in mid, or the boost box in mid, and died. But it doesn't matter now. It looks like we're going to have NetcodeGuides trying to work their way into A. They're going to be throwing some set smokes here and flashes. Oh, you were standing out in the open for a very, very long time to throw that at the quad box. And Shroud steps up behind the bomb box. He's going to get out and get a kill. Cutler is actually going to kill his own teammate. That is going to be FNS who goes down to him. Tarek gets 2. Now it's going to be 2-on-2, 2-on-1 now as Cutler gets the bomb down. They really need that bomb money. He's going to swap to an M4 with only 8 bullets in it. He's going to step out, though, try and get a kill. He does get a kill on Hiko. Picks up a FAMAS now, expecting to get pushed. Though. Oh, can nothing get this? Who is going to get this? Nothing is looking around randomly. Cutler has to place these shots very well. Can't do it. Nothing gets him. That's a 2K for Tarek. Nothing with a 3K and the clutch right there. So that is going to be an 11th round for Cloud9. Score will be 11-9.
I really thought Cutler was actually going to be able to pick that up. I thought that was really, really winnable. Unfortunately, switching to that FAMAS with 4 bullets in it was not going to be the key that he needed to win the round, and because of that, nothing, just patiently looking around, trying to zone him out, find exactly where he is, and found him, gunned him down, and that was that. NetcodeGuides is going to be a little bit on a force this round. They have primary weapons and armor, but it looks like they only have smoke grenades, no other grenades, so either getting into the site is going to be challenging without heat grenades, mollies, and flashes, but also holding off the site is going to be pretty tricky with just those smokes. And Semphis is getting a little loose with it, using his AUG scope to take down Tarek, who is boosted in mid. Shroud also buying a slightly unconventional weapon that is angering the terrorists in an auto sniper. So let's see what he can do with that.
Shroud rocking the AZK right now. They have the early man advantage currently. NetcodeGuides down by 2 rounds here. They're trying to bring this back, but Tarek is already out of the way. He got up on the boost spot in mid, was taken down from Semphis actually using an AUG. And a little bit surprising there that was an AUG buy. I hope that was a miss buy, and he wasn't really honestly trying to play mid with that. And
it's not a terrible gun for mid control, but here we go. The A-take is on.
They're going to try and work their way in. Shroud rocking the AZK, gets 1, gets 2 before he gets taken down. That's Cutler on the trade out. So now we're going to have FNS and Cutler trying to work 2 versus 4. I'm stuck on nothing. FNS, last one around, nothing on the cleanup. Cutler, only player to get a kill on his team, but we have a 2K for nothing and a 2K for Shroud. Score will be 12-9 at Cloud9.
Yeah, just stringing together rounds left and right. They've seemed pretty much unstoppable ever since they started going B on their terrorist side. They've been dominating the game, and nothing returning to form after we kind of, I guess, gave him a verbal kick in the pants, as he was, what, 0-6, 0-7 to start the game, and now even at 14-14. So he really turned it on in the past few rounds, and has been a huge asset to his team. And man, Semphis and Sean Garris teaming up to get 2 kills.
That is going to be a big round opener there, even though we're going to see NetcodeGuides onto a save, though. And the only player not to get a kill is going to be Shroud. It looks like Hiko will clean it up. And was that last bullet right there? I believe it was. Hiko with the 2K. Hayes, the only terrorist to get a frag of his own. Score will be 13-9, and Cloud9 is officially running away with it now.
Yeah, they've been shutting down NetcodeGuides pretty much all over the map. Cloud9's mid control has been pretty good as well. NetcodeGuides has found almost no success trying to work out mid, so good on them for that. Semtis continuing to use the AUG, so I definitely think it was not unintentional. As I actually think it's not a terrible gun. The scope lets you zoom in, have super accurate bullets, and it basically does M4 damage, so you really can't go wrong. But he will get headshot and taken down.
That's going to be Hazed and Tarek who answer right there. Hiko's going to get a nice little flank off, take FNS down, get the bomb drop. So he's going to be 1 versus 2 here. Let's go over to his perspective as he's going to try and get this 1 versus 2 clutch off. He's already got a frag on the round. Tarek has 2. So Hiko going to be working outside of B, looking to see if he's getting pushed from anywhere. One player is actually going to be walking through the upper heaven area right now. That's going to be Hazed. Hiko's going to take a position outside of B, looking to see if there's a flank, but no. Tarek is actually going to drop into the vent, drop down into checker room right now, and Hiko should get some eyes on. No. Tarek actually never got the shoulder peek off right there, but he smokes it off. They have a feeling that Hiko's right there. He runs while the smoke is blooming, so he doesn't get hurt. Doesn't matter. Tarek can't take him down, so Hiko going to be trying to push his way out. But Hayes knows exactly where he is, so all he has to do is just play the waiting game here, see who can outshoot who, and it looks like it went to Hiko with the 1 versus 2 clutch. That's a big 3K for him, and Hiko is going to win another round for Cloud9. Score will be 14-9.
Really, really sick play by Hiko there to just launch his team that much closer to picking up this first game. I'm not exactly sure why Cutler was so eager to spray those AK bullets on Hiko when Hiko had no idea where Cutler was. That was the main advantage that Cutler had. For all Hiko knew, Cutler could have been upper. He could have been in CT. I mean, he assumed he wasn't rail because he would have been mollied. He could have been behind cardboard, triple stack, behind the far left box. There were so many places that Hiko would have been forced to peek and check with the bomb counting down. So Cutler very easily could have had an advantage if he was just a little more patient. So a great play by Hiko exploiting the impatience of Cutler. And there we go, Tarek opening up the round with a headshot actually through smoke completely.
And then we're going to see Semphis over there in the A main. He's able to take down FNS. So that's going to be evened up now. It's going to be 4-on-4 here as Cloud9 is trying to grab that 15th round that they desperately, desperately want here. Ultimately to try and bring this into a 16-9 if they can do it. JDM with the op, scoped up over the top. He's going to drop down directly in front of Semphis and get taken down now, so that's going to be nothing out in mid. Also, there's another terrorist directly to his left right there. Who is that? That's going to be Tarek. Tarek's been playing very, very well here. He's got himself a 2K this round, trying to go for the third. Can't do it. Shroud gets 2 frags before the round ends, and that's going to be a 2K also. I believe that was Semphis who got the other 2, and Cloud9 has a 15th round. As we're into round 25 now, this could possibly be it. Full buyout coming from NetcodeGuides.
Yeah, I'm really, really surprised in the way this game actually shook out. I mean, taking a look at the score in the scoreboard, I guess, I mean, this was pretty much exactly what we had predicted right off the top, but I feel like it all came in in ways that we absolutely weren't ready for. I mean, NetcodeGuides started off so strong, and unfortunately the pressure that is Cloud9 was ultimately just too much for them, but the A-take is underway. It looks like some of their players are already out, but Shroud9 dropping the bomb immediately. Shroud9, God.
Shroud9.
Yeah, oh man, just Shroud is what I meant to say, but player for Cloud9.
So it's going to be 4 versus 3 now as there's coming a flank into the A main. That is going to be Semphis. He gets taken down, though. Nothing gets 2 of his own to make this a 2 versus 2. You have Hiko and Nothing trying to clutch here. Hiko gets 1. He's going to move his way up the catwalk. He's going to get the kill, but Nothing is able to capitalize, and that is going to do it for map number 1. Cloud9 takes it 16-9. So I wasn't very far off. What did I say, 16-8, 16-7?